Hey, I'm getting ready to talk about taking life for granted. You know, we see a lot of people that does that, and they don't realize that life isn't promised. They may realize it, but they don't take it seriously. Like some should. You know, um, every day we're losing our loved ones, our friends, our families. You know, we're losing some of our children. You know, we're thinking that things are going to stay the same as they always been, but they don't, you know. We're looking at we look at what we have and we don't appreciate what we have. You know, we might be riding in a hoopty. We might be riding in a car that isn't as flashy or fancy or new as other people's. We might not be rocking the new J's. Might not have the bling and jewelry on. Might not live in a nice neighborhood or a nice house or something. We might not have the big and nice couches and TVs and stuff like that. We're just like, oh, this is terrible. The life I have, it's nothing. I'm not happy with it. Or we might not be happy with the man we chose, and we not might be happy with anything and everything. But here's the thing: when you find yourself not being happy and grateful for what you have, you'll find yourself where you start losing what you do have. And when you start losing what you do have, it's not a punishment, but it's to open your eyes. It's to make you realize that you did have something. There's someone on these streets somewhere that has it worse than us. You know, women need to stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Yeah, I'm gonna rock a $500 purse, but only got $2 in my purse. Yeah, I'm gonna live in $1 million house, but I can't keep my lights and my water on. I'm gonna drive the new Escalade. I'm gonna drive the Charger, the Challenger, and can't even put gas in the car. You know, I'm gonna rock these new J's, but I'm late on my rent. I'm gonna go to the club and I'm gonna shake my ass and see what I can come up with, but you ain't got no food in your kitchen for your kids. Got roaches and rats running around your house. You taking life for granted, not caring about your surroundings, not caring about how you live, not caring what your scenery looks like. You see a lot of women out here to take pictures all on Facebook and all on Snap and Instagram, and if you look in the background is nasty as hell sometimes. I seen a picture of a female the other day on Facebook. Had her booty and her cuckoo all out. Her cuckoo is her coochie, but had all the lower half of her hanging out with her child standing there watching. That's what we're showing our daughters. That's what we're showing our sons. We making twerk videos. We're making videos of showing off our bodies and stuff like that. Half dressed basically. We're showing off what we have, but we're not showing what we do have. We're not showing what men really are looking for. Some men are looking for this, the fat ass, and the big titties, and that's what they're looking for. But some men are actually looking for the intelligence, the will, the strength, the wanting to be better than what you were yesterday. We have a man that's going to take care of us and is going to love us, but we're not worried about that one. We're worried about this one over here. Be grateful for what you have. Realize that not everyone can have what you have. You might have a relationship that is a struggle sometimes. But, with the struggles of this relationship, you're happy because you get to go to sleep and you can wake up the next morning and got food in the kitchen and you can turn on the water, you can turn on the lights, the bills ain't getting cut off on you. Be grateful for what you have. Stop taking life for granted. You know, I've always been happy and I've always been grateful for whatever I have because I know I worked and I struggled hard to get it. I put in the work, I put in the time, I put in the effort to get what I got and where I am today in my life. I did a lot of work. It wasn't easy. I tell you that much. You know, from the life that I used to live to where I am today is totally different. You know, I can see the changes in me every time I wake up. Every time I look in the mirror, I see the changes. When someone comes to me and says something disrespectful to me, I can hear the change in myself when I respond a different way than I normally would. You know, I'm short-tempered. I'm very short-tempered. I have no patience and no tolerance for bullshit. And when I see someone with bullshit coming towards my way, I turn around. I walk away. You know, if I see someone isn't willing to give me what I'm wanting and I'm trying to give them, I walk away. I'm not about to keep doing this with you. If I'm trying to offer you a better life and trying to show you that there is a good woman out here in this world that's going to love you and take care of you, but you can't be wise enough to open up and realize that, then that's your fault. That's your loss, not mine. You know, because I'm not going to keep playing with you. That's just something that we have to realize. Life is too short. Life is way too short. And we're seeing that even more now. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I think this is the first time in my life I've ever seen so many murders, so many deaths, so many heartbreaks, and so much. This is the first time in my life since I've been on this earth that I didn't seen so much. You know, half of us didn't grow up around the time where it was as serious as bad like it is now. You know, some of us didn't grow up now and it's getting there, but we got to wake up because look at what's happening. You can walk down the street and get shot and you ain't even had nothing to do with it. You could be in your car and somebody's drunk and decides to run off the road and you get hit and you die. Life is way too short to be taking it for granted. Life is way too short for us to be just, you know, fussing and fighting over petty ass shit. We gotta grow up and realize not everything is going to be peachy and keen. We're not going to always have the nice cars and the highest houses and the nice clothes. We're not going to always have that. But we got to be grateful for what we do have. Because guess what? Even though we put in the effort and worked for it, God made it possible for us. God made it possible for us to wake up. He's not waking us up for no reasons. He's waking us up for a purpose. And he wants us to wake up and realize that. Because there's a man on this earth and down below us, his name is Satan, that does not care about no one. He's going to feed you whatever you want because he knows at the end of the day, he's going to collect your soul when it's done. You want to run the streets? You want to be that D-boy? You want to be that gangster? Guess what's going to happen? You're going to walk outside one day thinking you about to make a swerve and you get pinched. Think what's going to happen. You getting ready to go make a business deal, an illegal business deal, and you get robbed and killed. Satan got what he wanted. He gave you enough, but he got what he wanted, didn't he? You're not on this earth no more. You're behind bars. You're in prison. People always want to turn and say, oh, God ain't here. He don't exist. No, God ain't had nothing to do with it. It was your actions and your cause that made you go where you went. God gave us the mind and the right to choose between right and wrong. If you chose to do wrong, then guess what's going to happen? Nothing but wrong. I saw a post that said, a negative mind would never give you a positive life. So if you think in this world that you're going to have to shoot and kill and rob and do all this just to be on top, you're living wrong, and that's a negative mind frame, so you'll never have anything positive in your life. You will always experience loss. You will always experience the hurt. You will never see the good in life because you chose the wrong way. You know? Wake up. Right now and at this current moment in my life, I'm experiencing a lot of things. I'm experiencing a lot. Sometimes it's too much. Sometimes it's overwhelming. It's overbearing. It's too much. You know, my husband said, that's why I'm loca. I got too much in my head, too much in my mind. I'm always thinking. So I'm loca. My cabeza is loca. My cabeza is loca. You know? Loca means crazy. Loquita means little crazy. Only time I become loca is when I'm really in here tripping and I'm acting a fool, but because I didn't got upset or something, you know. But I know what's out here in this world. I didn't seen it. I didn't been there. I didn't done it. And I'll tell you this much. I'm grateful for everything I have today. I might get depressed. I might get sad and say, fuck everything. I'm not happy. All this is bullshit and everything. But you know what? That's a lie. I can sit back and say, I don't care. But when I say I don't care, it's because I don't want my feelings to get hurt. I do care. I care very much. I care about my life. I care about where I'm going. I care about what's happening in my life. I want to fix it, but I can't. It's too late. I can't take it back. And you gotta learn how to be grateful for where you are. Be grateful that you're not behind bars. Be grateful that you can go in the refrigerator to eat. Be grateful that you can get in your hoopty or your raggedy car. Be grateful that you can just sit back and say, you know what, I got this job. It stresses me out, but at least I have a job and I'm able to pay my bills and I ain't got to rely on nobody. You know, wake up, please. Because right now we got a man in the office that does not care. And that's going to be my very next video, racism. You know, that's going to be the next one. But, wake up, please. Open your eyes. Be grateful for the life that God has given you. You might be going through some struggles right now, but know that God is hearing you. Know that God is watching you. Know that God is going to be there for you. I'm Loquita Rios. I'm on YouTube. Subscribe to me. Like my videos. Comment. Tell me what you want to hear next. I'm listening.